appreciate you all coming out, and
we got to make sure that Donald Trump's a one-term president for sure.
To me, though, it really is more than just about
values. Actually, I also have more vetoes than any governor in the history of Montana. Stop every attack on a woman's right to make her own health care decisions. I've seen less balance. When I was growing up, 90% of 30-year-olds were doing better than their parents were at age 30. Today it's half. Or when you look at that 60% of Americans in the last 40 years haven't had a pay increase in real terms in the last 40 years. Or in rural counties and communities, 2/3 of our rural counties have actually lost businesses over the last decade. And as a parent, or as anyone, you don't want to have to leave 157 days before you all actually are the ones that start deciding this. So thanks so much for coming out with that to a renewable economy. And we can't wait another 35 years for the first George H.W. Bush. But we also have to be investing in those communities so they don't get left behind.
I wish we could all agree, look, we need to make sure that healthcare is accessible and affordable for all. Like, wherever we are in this democratic field, that we ought to be able to agree on that base presumption. Now, from my perspective, and I know that there's differences in this field, the greatest accomplishment since Medicare and Medicaid was the Affordable Care Act. Negotiate prescription drug prices, but it's criminal if the federal government does. Like the idea that we can't, the biggest purchaser of prescription drugs, being the federal government, can't negotiate the price of prescription drugs down, is just another sign of the corrupting influence of money in our overall system. I also think that, for my taught me a couple different things. One of which, don't ever doubt what one justice can do when it comes to our democracy, women's rights, workers' rights, environmental. But it also taught me that you can't just give up on things that are so important. The time my legislature was 2/3 Republican. We passed this law that said, we're going to do everything by executive order, right? That we have to figure out ways to actually make DC work again. And like what I try to do, certainly, I try to build relationships with. I get kicked out. Haven't been able to address base infrastructure needs. The American Society of Civil Engineers gives us like a D. Like what could be more bipartisan than failing bridges? First. Number two, we have a post-World War II order where our allies can count on us. So strengthen those alliances. 3, deter our adversaries. And you do that with dialogue, and you do it with deterrence. And 4, promote those values of America and human rights and democracy around the world. About America. I also know that it starts with you all. And to your point, I'm